Our society is designed to deter growth. I know it's a strong and pessimistic statement, but there's a reason I say so. Our society has confined us in a timeline. So we're expected to finish school by 18, graduate by 21 or 22, get a job soon after. If you're a woman, then marry by 25, men can wait till 30, buy a house and a car by 35, preferably have children before that, and retire by 65. What if you want something different from life? Maybe you want to enroll yourself for a course in your late 20s, spend your 30s building your career, and have children only in your 40s. Science has made it possible, but society won't negotiate. I'll give you an example. It's from Singapore. The country has long banned egg freezing. What is egg freezing? It's a procedure which involves collecting eggs from a woman's ovaries and freezing them so that you can use them later. When a woman wants to get pregnant, the eggs are thawed, combined with sperm and transferred to the uterus. The procedure may sound a little complex, but all we need to know is this, that egg freezing gives a woman the chance to have a family at a time of her choice. Singapore's government says there are quote-unquote ethical and social concerns over egg freezing. The Ministry of Social and Family Development says egg freezing may encourage women to delay getting married and delay having children. How is that hurting anyone? Singapore's National Church says egg freezing is quote-unquote a profoundly selfish act. It says women should be encouraged to have children earlier in life. Well, what if she does not have the bandwidth to have a family in her 20s? Of all the countries, Singapore should know this. It has one of the most work-obsessed societies, also one of the most competitive. Millennials in Singapore work 48 hours a week. That's more than the Japanese and the Americans, at par with the Chinese and the Mexicans, and just 4 hours less than the Indians. People in Singapore have always been told to study hard and work hard, and now they're also expected to have babies fast. It doesn't really work that way, does it? So women from Singapore are flying abroad to get their eggs frozen. Erica is one of them.
I'm not sure why they're not giving women the opportunity to have kids at an older age. It's quite unfair to women.
Singapore allows freezing of eggs only for medical reasons. For example, in cases of cancer, where patients risk losing their fertility because of chemotherapy. And the country is now paying the price for this unjustifiable policy. Singapore's fertility rate has fallen to 1.1 babies per woman. This is a historic low for the country. It is also far below the global average of 2.4 babies per woman. While ban on egg freezing may not be the sole reason for the falling graph, it does have a big role to play, along with changing dating rules and more women opting to stay single. You see, a woman's fertility begins declining from the mid-30s. Post that, it becomes difficult for her to conceive. Chances of complications in pregnancy also increase. By freezing eggs, she gets to navigate these problems. Today, women across the world have become open to the idea of freezing their eggs.
If you have the money and if you have the time to do it as early as possible, because that's the best thing you could do for yourself, giving yourself an opportunity, to find the right guy or to build your career first.
Singapore is not the only country, by the way, to have banned egg freezing. Also on the list is China. These countries may not be in tune with the times, and I will tell you why. More and more women today are delaying childbirth. In the US, the average age of a first-time mother is 26 years. Earlier it was 21. For a father, the age is up to 31 years from 27. One report says the first birth across developed countries is happening at the age of 31. In the Netherlands, women are delivering their first child at an average age of 29.9 years. In the early 1970s, that number was 24.3 years. In Denmark, it is 29.2 years. Finland, 29.2. France, 28.7. Greece, 29.9. Singapore, wait for it, 30.5 years. That's when an average woman is having her first child. Unfortunately, we could not find reliable data from India, but you get the global trend. One study asked women why they're delaying childbirth. 51% of them cited financial reasons. They said they want to earn a high salary first. Can you blame them? Having children is expensive, and that's a fact. If I were to put it in numbers, it costs you over $250,000 to raise a child in the US, and this is up to college. Higher education expenses are a different ballgame altogether. Parents want to offer the best to their children, help them hone their skills, live up to their potential. Also remember, for a woman, the reproductive cycle and the career cycle clash. No matter which part of the world they live in, they have to strike that tough balance between raising a child and pushing ahead in their career. So progressive countries like Singapore cannot become a hurdle to this path to planned parenthood. There is nothing wrong in freezing eggs. It is a reproductive right of a woman. And for the last time, reproductive rights are human rights. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.